Are we on our mic?
We are live on YouTube at least, and we're about to be live on Instagram.
Oh shit. My bad.
So we are live on YouTube, but we are not yet live on Instagram, so give us just a second while we, this doesn't even count as a technical difficulty, it's just...
We're just waiting.
Yeah. But it's lovely to see you.
Yes,
YouTube
all of our one viewer.
Who is it?
Who are you? Tell us who you are.
Yeah, tell us about yourself.
If you have any comments. Oh, they left. As soon as we called them out, they left. They're like, uh-oh, this is getting awkward.
Oh, there you go. Okay. All right.
Hello. We're going to give it a few seconds before we get into the intro. Hi.
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 It's Greg.
It's Greg.
Oh, we have one viewer again on our YouTube. Hi, this is RADII's marketing team, and you're watching Beau-Tea.
You're watching Beau-Tea.
We're spilling the Beau-Tea today. Beau-Tea.
Hello, welcome to Beau-Tea. How are you? We're just gonna give it like one more second and then we'll get started.
Should we play them while you pull the song?
Should we?
Yeah.
No, not yet. We'll save that for a second.
Do, 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 do.
We're just gonna give it one more second. Hi there. Hi, Albert Turk. Hi, Brian. Nice to see you. We're just gonna give it one more second.
Yeah. And if you want to see all three of us at the same time, you can actually go onto our YouTube, where we are also live streaming this on YouTube.
Yes. Why don't we get started? Because we have 4 people in the room now. Welcome to Beau-Tea, hosted by the RADII marketing team. I'm Greg.
I'm Elaine.
Mavis.
And we're going to be spilling all the tea from all the brands across China and brand collaborations. This month's episode is dedicated to beauty. So beauty products and makeup brands. That's our focus, especially with Perfect Diary.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get started with that, we're going to have a cattle call. So last month's episode, we were focusing on brand collaborations for the new year. So we were looking into, what are the cows that are going to be splashing up in advertisements? Who are the famous cows? Well, we couldn't find any, but this month we found a few.
Dun, dun.
How do we I'm pulling up the first famous cow.
Scroll back.
Don't have a cow, I'm just looking for the picture. Scrolling back. Here she is.
Who is
this? Spotted at the Stella McCartney in IAPM Shanghai. Who is this cow? I have no idea. I've never seen this cow before.
Does anyone know
Does
who this cow
anyone
is?
know who this cow is?
Is it a he or a she or a they?
Yes.
Who
What are the
knows?
pronouns? Why are they wearing Stella McCartney? No idea. We're going to throw them up on our Instagram stories. And if you have any details about the narrative behind this cow, please let us know. We would like to know who this cow is.
You?
This cow is a mood.
This cow is a mood.
A mood.
We have another cow. So RADII marketing team also took a trip to Disneyland around Chinese New Year, and another cow was spotted. This is, apparently her name is Clarabelle. I believe it was Elaine.
Does anyone know who Clarabelle is?
Does anybody know Clarabelle? I believe it was Elaine who said.
Clarabelle is like walking with Mickey and Minnie as if she was somebody.
As if she was somebody.
Who do you think you are, Clarabelle?
I have no idea.
Who do you think you are?
I could only guess that she was Goofy's girlfriend because she's almost the exact same proportions as Goofy. The same height, the same general shape. Maybe she's Goofy in drag. I have a feeling that she might be
alter ego.
Goofy's drag
ego.
persona.
Yes,
allegedly, he was going to be auditioning for RuPaul's Drag Race season
Who knows?
20. Anyway, if you have any details, she's going to be up on our story. Please let us know if you plot points behind Clarabelle. What's the narrative there? Also spotted on the marketing trip to Disneyland. Ratatouille. Oh my God.
Remy.
You know, last episode we talked a little bit about the collaboration of our dreams, which is Eddie Huang and Ratatouille. So we are pulling for this collaboration in 2032. They have 11 years. They have 11 years to pull this off, guys. Can we get some momentum behind Ratatouille and Eddie Huang? Okay.
Yes.
So now we're going to get back to our actual business, which is beauty brands and makeup products. Mavis, what have you got for us?
So today we're going to talk to you about beauty brands. And when you talk about beauty brands in China, you can't get away with not talking about Perfect Diary. Perfect Diary is arguably China's biggest domestic beauty brand. And it was actually founded just in 2017 as a very young brand. The founder has a very extensive background working with U.S. beauty brands. So he was previously at Procter & Gamble. And he really tapped into the market and came into the market when Guoqiao became a thing. Guoqiao is loosely translated to national wave. It was a time when U.S. brands, China was learning from U.S. brands and really utilizing the origin story, understanding that a brand with a story behind it, with an origin story behind it, is so much stronger than just a random domestic brand. So Perfect Diary skyrocketed to the top, made really good use of single day deals, and became the #1 domestic brand in 2018. And by 2019 was already breaking their record sales by 13 minutes during Singles Day. And you know, the easiest way to talk about Perfect Diary is to compare it to Glossier, which is a very, very well-known millennial beauty brand in the US. Everyone knows that Glossier started off as an online brand, online store. No one really went to Glossier to buy anything. It was just ordering off Glossier's website. And Glossier really had the privilege to backtrack into setting up a retail store and treating retail stores as experimental spaces. So after building a very robust online e-commerce platform, they really had the chance to build a retail space that's so fun, a lot of installations.
Very Instagram aesthetic.
Yeah, very Instagrammable, which is very similar to what Perfect Diary did in 2019 when they opened up a very cool space as well.
Where was the space open? Can you recall?
I think it's Shenzhen. It's southern. It's southern China. I think it's Shenzhen. Let me fact check.
What is the price point with Perfect Diary? Because I would assume that would
it's
be
around
part of their
$30
popularity.
US for eyeshadow palette. It's around $30. But other than this very, very innovative retail space, they've also done a lot of things right. And Elaine is going to talk to us about their #1 pillar of success, which is KOL marketing.
Yeah, actually, I figured, we can go a little into how it managed to become China's biggest beauty brand in just 4 years, right? Because back in 2017, Perfect Diary wasn't anything. It was just a small brand on the market, like many other small brands here in China. And what it chose to do that was pretty innovative for its time was to specifically go on this one platform called Xiaohongshu, Little Red Book, which is incredibly female focused, 80% probably around women and gay men,
probably.
Gay men.
Women with a Y.
Women's. And they chose to partner with nano influencers on there. Nano influencers are people who have a following of, let's say, just maybe 100 or 200, usually just like their close friends.
Like Mavis.
Are you a nano influencer on Xiaohongshu?
Absolutely not. I have 2 followers.
A nano influencer.
Yeah, micro.
That's a new wave.
Atomic influencer. But because the followings are so small, they also tend to be quite loyal, and people would do, makeup reviews. They would do these little tutorials based off of what Perfect Diary had given them.
It's a very intimate conversation.
Yeah, it helped really establish them from the grassroots. And after they started to take off there, then they started to do bigger and bigger collaborations, including most famously releasing a makeup palette with the king of lipsticks, Jiaqi.
Oh, do we have this photo there?
Yes, we
Sorry.
do. Here we go. Yeah.
Jiaqi. Side note, Jiaqi. Yes. Oh wow. Yes, that guy.
Wow.
Hi, 漂亮了.
漂亮。
He's our fave. Definitely one of the more flamboyant characters that you can find on Douyin and other platforms. We were going to have a whole segment on just male influencers in the beauty sphere.
Save it for another day.
We're going to save it for another day, though, because there's just so many of them, and they're so fantastic. Li Jiaqi is one very peculiar in one way that he's very male presenting. He's not a drag queen. He's not, he's not presenting as a them. I say this in comparison to Little Jojo, who is maybe a them. I'm not sure how they identify, but he is definitely more femme presenting, kind of similar to what you would see with Jeffree Star on YouTube and Western audiences. He is definitely, if you'd like to read about Little Jojo or Li Jiaqi, you can read about both on RADII.com. We'd also like to point out that somebody like Chris Wu is also one of the big brand ambassadors. Chris Wu of hip hop fame. Hip hop fame.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Elaine.
Yeah. So this started off the second wave of Perfect Diary's popularity because they started making makeup and palettes with these mega influencers and mega IPs, including places like the Discovery Channel.
Yeah.
This is a Discovery Channel palette that they created. There's one for tigers, there's one for wolves, and there's one for pigs.
Is that a frog or an alligator?
I think it's an alligator.
Oh, lions and tigers and bears. This also lends itself very well to this is lending itself very well to Chinese zodiac,
Yeah.
Chinese New Year.
Except for frogs, alligators, and wolves aren't on there. But also, I mean,
favorite.
yeah, they also collaborate with food brands such as Oreo, who is also like Oreo itself is just a mega
Also a
collaborator
king
of
of
its own.
Oh gosh, we could do a whole
Question.
show on Oreo.
Would you use an Oreo shaped cushion foundation? Would you? If it's gonna come with Oreos, so like you can really buy the whole package and have a cushion foundation and eat your Oreos.
So it's
Would you
with
buy
the
one?
sakura flavor and also peach, right?
Yeah, sakura green tea and peach special.
Is this one of those
Okay.
things like where you eat something that causes you to break out and then you have to cover it with
Yeah.
foundation afterwards?
Yeah.
Possibly. My understanding is that Oreos are vegan though.
Really?
So is it?
The stuff in the
Actually,
middle,
all the
it's just you don't know what that is. The white, like the cream.
It's inorganic for
It's
sure.
very
Yeah.
mysterious.
Something
Well,
You
it's
don't know what
vegan,
it is. Yes,
so-
it's vegan.
It might not be natural, but it's vegan.
I would 100% use this because I love Oreos.
Yes. Well, anyways,
If you have used it, we're going to throw it up on our Instagram stories as well. Please let us know if you recommend it, if you think it smells like Oreo, if you think it tastes like Oreo, please let us know.
great. Anyways, going back to Perfect Diary, one of the things that they have also been doing a lot of recently has been collaborating with museums, including the British Museum, whose palette you're looking at right now, and the Met. But Greg, our resident museum expert, actually has a couple words to say about museum collaborations in general. Why
They're
are there so
over.
many?
It's over.
Yes, they're over. We're tired of seeing them. Basically, let's go back to is this the British Museum?
Yes.
Okay. So the British Museum and, was it ZC? This is not the image. British Museum and ZC, where are you? Looking, here. British Museum and ZC. This image was shared to me by a friend of the show, Lee Tanner. Lee, if you're listening, hello, Lee.
Hi, Lee.
Hey, Lee. So this is a makeup set, a collection of palettes by ZC and the British Museum, using the British Museum's collection of Egyptian artifacts. So just setting aside cultural appropriation, the fact that this is a British museum collaborating with a Chinese brand, using a white model and also referencing their, stolen artifacts from Egypt.
You're canceled.
You're canceled.
It's
You're canceled.
controversial in so many ways.
It's a little
But
bit.
there you go.
It's definitely insensitive in many levels.
Yeah. But
What was
also we
that?
have the Summer Palace for one.
You also have Summer Palace. You have Catkin and Summer Palace. So it's not just Western museums that are getting into this. It's also Chinese museums, which is Lee Tanner also shared this image. She was standing this. I think she was pretty into the color, into the shade. But yeah, there's so many different museums. Basically. One company in particular is pushing for these museums to collaborate with Chinese lifestyle brands, like makeup brands, and that's Alfilo. And Alfilo is kind of licensing the IP of these museums. They have a collection of several that include the V&A, the British Museum, the Museum of Fine Arts Boston.
But why do you think
others.
we're seeing so many museum collaborations with like so many different consumer brands these days, Greg?
The reason that the museums would use to justify these collaborations in particular is that they want to share their historic, profound collections with as many people as they can. And in order to get at that population that can't necessarily travel abroad, they're choosing to collaborate with lifestyle, easy to purchase brands.
Such as Perfect Diary.
So they're putting these beautiful images up on the packaging.
Mm-hmm.
That's mainly how you're seeing. You're not buying a piece of art per se in the product,
mm-hmm.
but the art is going to be on the packaging. Realistically, though, these museums are facing a lot of, especially in Europe, a lot of austerity measures. They maybe don't know where their money is going to be coming from within the next few years, and so this has been one strategy that they're especially gunning to win. Traditionally, museum merchandise has been absolutely terrible. And so it's kind of refreshing to see a company in some ways it is very refreshing to see a company like Alfilo making something that's relevant for buyers. We're going back to Catkin now. This is kind of like a cool one.
Mm-hmm. I guess we should actually just go back to
This one is
Met
the
one,
Met.
right?
Yes, this is the Met.
Perfect Diary.
The Met and Perfect Diary. And you can see on their packaging they have rather famous works from the Met on the packaging.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, anyways, wait, is that?
That's it. That's all. It's over.
That's all the tea. Okay.
That's all
Yeah.
the tea.
Well, that's basically what we have to say
I'm
about
so
museums.
excited.
But basically, I mean, because as you can see, Perfect Diary is no longer the only person who's doing these kinds of collaborations with other IPs. And so that actually leads us to this, where is Perfect Diary going now? Because in this last year, it has seen its fortunes fall slightly. And partially the reason is that people are accusing it of being all marketing and not actually great makeup.
Yeah. Because they're so smart with their marketing, their products are coming off as a little mediocre and lackluster.
Yeah, and so it'll be interesting to see whether or not Perfect Diary can create this kind of third wave of digital innovation to still keep itself on top, especially considering, as you just saw with ZC and Catkin, there are a lot of Chinese brands that are contending with it. For a top spot. One of the most famous ones is Florasis.
So pretty.
Yeah, obviously Florasis is actually of a much higher price point than Perfect Diary, but it is also very much tapping into this idea of guochao and really leaning into it. I mean, most of its commercials have, women in hanfu sharing makeup. As you can see, their makeup is carved intricately in like the kind of a really traditional Chinese wood carving way.
It's almost like art. People who buy the lipsticks or the eyeshadow palettes don't really want to use them because they're so beautiful.
Yeah. But that's one way that Chinese makeup brands are going, but there are also things around the Perfect Diary price point that may have possibly better makeup quality. So things like Pop Kit, yeah.
Tassu.
Yeah, and Tassu. And so we will see if Perfect Diary manages to stay supreme in, this new era of Chinese makeup exploding
They need to
on
do
the
new
market.
things.
Yeah, they will. They probably will. And I think If you want to find out more about Perfect Diary, go on to radiichina.com. We recently did an entire profile on the company and its beginnings and what it's doing now. So,
the full scoop.
The full scoop.
Get the full scoop there.
Yeah, you can also read about male influencers on there.
Yes, definitely.
Speaking of,
let's wrap it up, guys.
influencers.
I think we're getting to the end of the show, so let's go ahead and wrap it up with Wang Yibo Watch.
What are you doing, Wang Yibo?
What is Wang Yibo doing now? Let's start with his recent song. So, Wang Yibo.
So, for those of you who don't recall, Wang Yibo is China's arguably most marketable celebrity right now.
Move over, Fan Bingbing.
So he's on every single thing, and we've been keeping track of his endeavors. And Greg here has a little song for us. Greg,
Yes, it's the
take it away.
It's the CCP banger. Here it is, y'all.
You can't see us on Instagram, but we're grooving to the beat. So this song is essentially about China's new 5-year plan. So the content.
Lyrics from this song include such shout-outs as 5G, AI, the end of abject poverty,
And the
moderate prosperity.
The beginnings of moderate prosperity, which is what everyone should strive
their
for.
goal to be moderately prosperous in China.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So, Wang Yibo.
What else is Wang Yibo
Propaganda
doing?
machine.
Okay.
What else is he
Propaganda
doing?
machine Wang
What
Yibo.
else have you been up to, Wang Yibo?
Well, he's also
There he
getting
is.
you to eat your fruits.
He's the new face of life.
Lifen.
Yeah, which is a fruits e-commerce platform.
Mm-hmm. And then this is the same ad. Oh, you can't really see his finger, but he's doing the heart thing.
Oh, the Korean heart. Perfect.
Yes. This is Miniso.
Miniso, I love that.
Miniso is China's Muji.
I love the Miniso red suit. It looks so cheap.
Evisu.
A Visu,
Clothing
okay.
brand.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very
Bringing
chilling
the heat
hope.
back. Okay. And then this is SKG, a microcurrent neck massager, right?
Yes.
Oh, they
looking very
also
relaxed.
sell like the guns, like what it was called.
Oh, the massage
like
guns.
the massage guns. Yeah,
This-
yeah, yeah.
For some reason, this color palette is giving me Skechers.
Yeah.
I don't
But I mean,
know
he
why.
looks relaxed. He looks relaxed
Yeah.
with the neck massager. So, Carb Master Milk Bites.
Well, when you need that extra protein.
Yep. And
Such a rough.
it comes with a tote. Greg, will you bring this tote around?
I would definitely bring this around, but ironically, because clearly I'm not using this product.
Okay.
You couldn't pay me to use this product.
I would use this tote
Oh,
as well.
and very seriously, right?
And last but not least, coriander flavored potato chips. Because, people are very mean about cilantro.
Yeah, he looks so serious about this. Why is he so serious about these
He
potato
looks
chips?
so serious about. Okay, so he's very passionate about destigmatizing coriander. And here,
Coriander.
shiny, pearly whites, beautiful smile.
It's
Colgate
the first different
toothpaste.
expression he's had.
Yeah, he usually looks quite
does not show
stern.
his teeth.
He usually
Right.
looks quite stern and quite cool.
Cool.
Yeah. But for Colgate,
Smiling.
oh, smile.
Okay, so guys, I think that is it for this week. How do I take off these images? Go away.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's it for this week. Just heads up, we're going to be shouting out. We're going to be throwing up a poll on our stories about what you'd like to see on the next episode, next month's episode. So we've been collecting for some time collaborations with White Rabbit. We have, of course, the famous Lay's potato chip collaboration. They have perfume. They have other household products with Miniso. There's just so many people that are looking. In general, this is kind of like a nostalgia marketing trend that we're seeing. So there's so many collaborations with White Rabbit.
Did you grow up eating White Rabbit?
Did you grow up with?
No.
So we're going to be throwing out White Rabbit. Also, we could do an episode on video game advertising and the BDE that is going on there.
Yeah,
What do
video
you guys wanna
game
hear about?
companies are so rich these days, and so they are able to get some of China's top billed talent to advertise them. It's kind of hilarious. It's kind of insane, and it would be also a very interesting subject for Brand T if you guys are interested in it.
Yes, so vote there on our Instagram story. Also, if you have any questions or comments, don't forget about the Stella McCartney cow. We still don't know the identity.
Who is this cow?
Who is this cow?
We're still
We're
trying
gonna
to
throw
figure it
them up on our Instagram story. Please let us know if you have any plot points, narratives behind that. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, comments, send them to marketing@radiichina.com. We'll talk to you next month.
Oreos are not vegan, apparently.
Oreos? Okay, I did see that comment. Oreos are not vegan. That's not what I heard.
I don't know.
You can fact check us though. We'll fact check you and let you know.
Bye.
All right, bye.